Hi and welcome to lawrenceanddonnaswan.com. In today's video we're going to be looking at how to annotate your YouTube videos using YouTube's own annotation tool. Okay, so first thing you need to do would be to log into your YouTube account and then to get up on the screen the list of videos that you've uploaded to YouTube. So here I've got the videos that I've uploaded to YouTube and I'm going to be annotating this video here. It's a very short video that I actually have pre-recorded which looks at the annotation tool. So this little drop down menu here provides you with annotations. And what I'm going to just do now is I'm just going to move this down the screen so that you can see it all in one go. Now what it will actually do is it will start to play the video. So you can see here I've got a very short video and it's actually a video of the annotation screen, just in case you get a little bit confused. I'm just going to pause the video and I'm also just going to put it onto mute just in case it causes any interference with this recording, and I'm just going to take that back to 0, so we'll go back to the beginning of the video. Okay, just a quick look at the screen and an explanation of what we can see. This part of the screen is known as the video player, so this is where the video will actually play, and it will also, when you start to add annotations, they will appear on your video player and you can click and drag them and put them in the right position on the screen. This part here is the annotation timeline. As soon as you start to add annotations, you'll start to see the annotations appearing in your timeline, and you'll be able to tell the difference between each of the annotations. You'll be able to also edit the timings of those annotations. You can either make them stay on the screen for longer or for shorter periods of time. And this third part of the screen is the annotations properties panel. This is where you add annotations and where then you'll get the options to edit that annotation. Okay, so in today's video we're going to look at 3 of the annotations that you can add onto your YouTube video. Now it's quite straightforward. Choose the add annotations drop down list. You'll see that we've got 5 options here, and in today's video we're going to look at speech bubbles, note and title. And it's as simple as clicking onto the annotation, and you'll see this is the speech bubble, and that's appeared on the screen. I can click and drag that to resize, make it larger, make it smaller, and you'll see that it's now appeared down here in the timeline. There's a very small little icon there of a speech bubble, so you know that this is a speech bubble annotation that you've added, because as soon as you start to build on your annotations and add more and more, it's quite useful to be able to distinguish between the different types of annotations that you've got. This part of the screen is where you start to build your annotation. So I'm actually going to put a web link in our speech bubble, and this is our web address, which is lawrenceanddonnaswan.com. You've then got options here to change the size of the font, so we've got 12, 15 and 18. I'm going to put that to 18, and by default it looks like it's set here for black as the text and a white background. So I'm going to go for white text on a sort of purpley background. Okay, I might just click and drag that down slightly. Okay, so that's what it's actually going to look like on the screen. Now if I click back onto the speech bubble, you'll see down here, like I said, we've got our timeline. For the moment what will happen is that it will appear at 0 seconds and it will stay on the screen for 5 seconds. I find the easiest way to edit the timings is actually using the timeline. You can use these up and down arrows, or you can actually sort of click into the area and type in the timings. I'm just going to use this timeline, and I'm going to up that to, actually, let's make it a little bit less time, about 3 seconds or so. Great, so that's our first annotation on the screen. The next annotation we're going to add is a title annotation. So click on title, and what you'll see appear on the screen is again another type of text box. I'm just going to click onto here. Now I can increase the size of this. I can click and drag this around the screen. So I'm going to take it down to the bottom of the screen here. Again, we just need to type in what we want. So I'm actually going to put the name of this video, which is annotating your YouTube video. Now, you'll see here we've got some settings. The size of the text is actually a lot larger than the speech bubble. So we've got 36, 44 and 56. So I'm going to choose the 36. And we only have the option here really for the font colour. And I'm going to change that to kind of a red colour just to make it stand out a bit more. And again, we can start to play around. So you can see here it's added the annotation. We've got a T symbol, which means it's a title annotation. And again, I can increase that or decrease it. So I'd like it to stay on maybe just a little bit longer than the speech bubble. Brilliant. Okay, and the third annotation we're going to add is a text box, or it's known as a note basically. So I'm going to click on note and you'll see we get a text area up here. So again, you can make that smaller or larger. Okay, and we can move that around the screen. Now at the moment what you'll find is that because we've still got the speech bubble on here and annotating your YouTube video, because we're right at 0, 0. So I'm just going to move the timings just past, okay, which means it kind of clears the screen. And I'm going to take the note, okay, which is down here. I'm just going to move that across. And I'm going to put some text for the note. So this is going to say something like annotations available. Now within my YouTube video I do actually, you can see here, we're actually in the video, I start to talk about the annotations available. So I'm just going to click onto the, make sure this is selected, and this time I'm actually going to say I'd like that to start at 0.7 seconds, and if I click and drag here I'll leave that on the screen for about 3 seconds. Just going to move that around. Great. So you'll see now we've got 3 annotations on the screen. I'm going to take this back to 0. And now I'm going to play the annotations for you. So let's play the video. So you'll see that the speech bubble and my title are on there. They then disappear. And then at this point, the annotations text box or note is now available. So there you go. Hopefully that was quite straightforward. I've shown you how to add 3 different types of annotations onto your YouTube video. Basically in our next video, we're going to look at how you can make it a bit more interactive. So you'll be able to create notes, which you'll actually be able to link off to other videos. Okay, so watch out for the next video. And that was brought to you by lawrenceandonnaswan.com.